Hi friends, welcome back. So question for you. Could Elon Musk, the Tesla CEO, get arrested? In fact, the prospect of an arrest keeps growing day by day. We just now have breaking news out of Brazil. They're banning X essentially, or suspending, I should say. It says Brazilian court orders suspension of Elon Musk's X after it missed deadline. And this is another headline here. Brazilian judge suspends X platform after refuses to name legal rep. They've been sparring on social media for a while. Elon Musk was tweeting out all kinds of AI generated images of the judge and basically asking for it. Let's read the details here. And again, I pose this, could Elon Musk get arrested? Here it is. Late on Friday afternoon, Justice Moraes, who has been engaged in a dispute with X's owner Elon Musk since April, ordered the quote, immediate, complete, and total suspension of X's operations in the country until all court orders are complied with, fines are duly paid, and a new legal representative for the company is appointed in the country. Now, I don't think Elon Musk is going to comply. That's just sort of Elon Musk's attitude on this thing. And I guess Musk is risking business in Brazil, getting banned there. If you guys are in Brazil, please let me know if you can access your X/Twitter. I'm really curious. I don't know if I have any followers in Brazil, but if you are, just check. I'm curious if it is indeed, in effect right away. Essentially, I guess it says you can just, tell ISPs that you can't access said thing. And I raised this prospect for you again. Could Elon Musk get arrested? Now, what's interesting is yesterday, I mentioned this to you before, this is the Tesla Boomer Mama person. She was writing, we have to fight bullies in France, Brazil, and UK and protect Mr. Musk, right? This was a quote from her. She says, writing to Musk, she says, your safety is paramount for the future of innovation and free speech, and we need your continued vision and leadership. Musk actually replied, and this is what he said, probably wise for me to limit movements to countries where free speech is constitutionally protected. And that's just a few hours ago that he's saying that. And basically, I think there's a high possibility you get arrested. He's even saying it also. If you guys don't know, if you haven't followed the story, the Telegram CEO was arrested in France over all kinds of content that goes through Telegram. And essentially, when you run these operations where you don't, how can I say, content moderate, if you want to use the word censor, that's fine. But there's all sorts of stuff that can happen, right? You can have money laundering, you can have financial crimes, crimes against children, any number of things can happen when you just let anyone and everyone say anything that they want, scam whoever they want, etc. And I think this is a real problem for Mr. Musk, as he could get banned in several countries and maybe possibly face arrest, because we've seen a similar thing in the UK where he was fighting with them and he's saying, civil war is inevitable in the UK and stuff like that. And and when you give a platform to people who are inciting violence, you got a real problem here. The other issue is like he doesn't talk about Tesla anymore, which obviously is a major factor to why people follow Mr. Musk. But I wouldn't talk about Tesla either if my Cybertruck was hitting fire hydrants and catching fire. The other news today, though, however, is I guess they're going to do their Robotaxi event at Warner Brothers Studios, so a Hollywood studio. In Burbank. I've actually been there. I used to work in Hollywood. I have a picture here. So I don't know if they're doing it like in the back lot or if they're doing it in one of these studios. Who knows? You can ask Musk. This is the details of that. So again, Musk is going to unveil their Robotaxi at a Hollywood studio. Is it going to be all fake? Maybe. Let's read the details of this. Tesla Inc. aims to unveil its highly anticipated Robotaxi at an event at Warner Brothers Discovery Inc.'s movie studio in LA area. People familiar with the matter. The electric vehicle company is targeting a reveal of the purpose-built Robotaxi on October 10th at Burbank facility. The people said, asking not to be identified, right? So this is kind of private still. Then it just says 110-acre lot. There's a bunch of sound stages there, etc. So I showed you the picture. And neither Warner Brothers nor Elon Musk made a comment on that. So we'll see if indeed this ends up being a Hollywood production. Maybe they needed really good costumes for their robots, or maybe they needed to have special effects to pretend that their car works. I don't know, but that's what's up. And the other thing that's crazy too, it's like, how much drama can a guy have? This Twitter fingers guy running around naked all the time, right? This is the emperor has no clothes. I'm making a joke. I don't know if he's naked or not naked, but I do know in this picture He's half naked. And this is Mr. Musk. He's actually suing, and this is actually kind of an interesting lawsuit. He's suing Media Matters for America. The judge said you can go ahead and sue them. And basically, he's suing them for being too mean. For real. For real. Let me read the headline here. It says, X wants to make being too negative about a company illegal. And the judge apparently sees nothing wrong with that. So the lawsuit's like saying, you're not really, lying about us. You're just being too mean to us. So I'll read it here. It says, unlike your standard libel lawsuit, so suing for libel, X doesn't say that and this is the MMFA, which is the Media Matters group, the MMFA made a factually incorrect claim. I'll read it again. So X doesn't say that the group made a factually incorrect claim. So they're saying they weren't lying, right? So nothing wrong with that. And the base of what they were saying is, and talking about the Media Matters is like, if you advertise on X, your advertising content may appear next to racist or other inappropriate stuff, not safe for work stuff. And then X is like, again, not refuting that. They're just saying you're kind of being too mean. Here, we'll read more. It says, it outright admits that X serve ads against racist or otherwise offensive content. Instead, it argues that this situation is rare and the authors deliberately misuse the X platform to induce the algorithm to pair racist content with popular advertising brands. So who knows, guys? Who knows? I guess they're suing for then the misuse of the platform. Remember Mr. Musk, he's suing people for not advertising on his platform. So, whatever this lawsuit, you guys can make of it what you will. Good luck. But to be fair to Mr. Musk, he does have good lawyers. He beat the Dogecoin lawsuit. So if you don't know, he was accused of basically pumping and dumping Dogecoin. You got to read the details of this stuff. I mean, and that's why I keep mentioning, like, could Mr. Musk get arrested? Here's the headline here. Elon Musk, Tesla win dismissal of lawsuit claiming they rigged Dogecoin. Read the details of this one. This is a crazy one. And if we all remember, Elon Musk was definitely pumping Doge, but I guess it depends how you define pumping and whether or not you're liable, okay? So it says here, investors said this included when Musk sold Dogecoin in April of 2023 after replacing Twitter's blue bird logo with the Dogecoin Shiba Inu dog logo, causing Dogecoin to rise, price to rise 30%. And I don't know if I remember that. And you guys can let me know. I'm trying to think back if I remember the Twitter logo was replaced with the Dogecoin logo. I don't remember. If it says it here, I'll just say it probably happened. I wouldn't be shocked. And I don't remember exactly, but I wouldn't be shocked in this thing. If you guys remember that, please let me know. Also says here, Hellerson, however, said Musk tweets that Dogecoin was the future currency of Earth, and could be used to buy Teslas or literally flown to the moon by his company SpaceX. Quote, "We're aspirational and puffery, not factual and susceptible to being falsified." So you're going to make the claims that essentially Musk was joking, right? He's making jokes, and don't you know that he's joking? And I guess that's the defense that you'll take if whether or not you're pumping Dogecoin, it was all a joke. Also says here, the judge said that meant no reasonable investor could rely on tweets to pursue a securities fraud claim, right? Since Musk is a joker, you can't, take his tweets seriously, even though we all know that it did push the market. It's kind of an interesting case here. He also said that, quote, "Not possible to understand the investors' market manipulation and insider trading claims." Okay. Hellerson dismissed the lawsuit with prejudice, meaning it cannot be brought again. Okay. Investors originally sought $258 billion, that's quite a bit, and had amended their complaint 4 times in 2 years. So they kept trying to change the lawsuit to get it to go through. This also says here, lawyers for the investors did not immediately respond for comment. Musk lawyer Alex Spiro said in an emailed statement, "It's a very good day for Dogecoin." What? This is the stuff that, like, when you look at Musk, it's like, we're literally having your lawyers, communicate and defend lawsuits regarding like a meme crypto, right? In seeking a dismissal, Musk lawyers said there was nothing wrong with his, quote, "innocuous and often silly tweets." They also said there was no proof Musk owned 2 wallets for conducting suspicious trading, or that he or Tesla ever sold Dogecoin. So there's that. And the crazy thing about Mr. Musk is, like, guys, it just doesn't end. There's always like some like ludicrous thing that he says, and maybe it's not true. So for example, he's been telling all these people, and you guys know this with Mr. Musk, like, oh, all these people that aren't supposed to be voting or are voting, or he's saying people, oh, all those people who vote by mail are what, insane, but that's what he has done himself. This just came out here. Elon Musk says voting by mail is insane. He has done it himself, record show. I guess he voted twice in California by mail, yet he tells people it's insane. And there was an interesting opinion piece that came out. This is by Robert Reich. And I think he was Secretary of Labor under Clinton, I believe. And he was saying, the headline is, Elon Musk is out of control. How can we rein him in? Well, I would say, you just send him to another country, could get arrested. But Robert Reich actually has some more sort of actionable things that regular people can do. So he's saying, one, you can boycott Tesla. So don't buy a Tesla if you don't want to support Musk. Advertisers can boycott X, what they're already doing. You guys know this. Regulators around the world should threaten to have Musk with arrest if he doesn't stop disseminating lies and hate on X. So that could be a real thing. That's why I brought up the arrest stuff before. I was talking about it first with the Pavel Durov thing. That's the Telegram CEO. And I'm not the only one saying these kind of things, right? So it's kind of obvious. You see where the wind is blowing. Another thing that Reich is saying, it says here, in the United States, the Federal Trade Commission should demand that Musk take down lies that are likely to endanger individuals, and if he does not, sue him under the Section 5 of the FTC Act. So FTC's Lena Khan, she's big at going after monopolies. But this would be something that you would definitely want to look at. I'll just give you a simple example, guys. If Musk tweets out something that says, hey, this particular person, murdered someone and ended up not being true, or this particular person, this is their house, you should go there and hurt them. Like, I hope you guys understand the dangers of what Musk can do by spreading lies. And there's any number of things that he's done. I showed you guys before a couple days ago where he was spreading out fake news and showed you how the fake article was made. But that's what Musk does. Here's another thing that we could do too. It says the U.S. government and we taxpayers have the additional power over Musk if we're willing to use it. The U.S. should terminate its contracts with him, starting with SpaceX. Yes, Musk is a strange guy because he often talks about complains about people on welfare, etc. Yet he is like the biggest corporate welfare receiver out there. Be it the EV tax credits or subsidized or you could say, money he gets on SpaceX. You guys could tell me about his other companies if he got money from the government regarding, the tunnels and stuff like that. I don't. It's hard to keep track of all these things, And also, too, you could maybe not support the candidate that he's trying to push. So that's up to you guys. But these are ways that as regular people could go against Musk if you think that he's a crazy guy. And these are the kind of headlines that come out. This is just 9 hours ago. What X's alleged ties to Russian oligarchs mean for Musk. If you don't know, they released recently the kind of money that's in X/Twitter. Russian money, Saudi money, Qatar money. You also got a bunch of Wall Street money. People are going to be after this guy. And, it's fascinating, like how crazy the stuff he tweets all the day. Here he's tweeting, U.S. is in the fast lane to bankruptcy. And what he was doing, he was retweeting one of his stock promoters, Farzad, who... I'll just be frank. Farzad's an idiot. I'll just be really frank about it. I see the stuff that Farzad writes. I don't write, I don't make videos about every single thing because it's just stupid crap all the time. But basically, Farzad last week had this, epiphany that the U.S. has a national debt. And if you're old enough to understand like how stupid Farzad is, like, oh my God, I just figured out last week. Did you know we had a national debt? It's like, okay, guys. Did you know the grass is green, Farzad? I bet you didn't know that, did you? No. That's why it's a joke. But this is what we're looking at. And, the one thing that people don't understand, like when you're young, I understand you look up to Mr. Musk, but sometimes there are people out there that are basically just playing you, right? They're selling you a bunch of hooey nonstop. And we have this sort of social media driven world where, people support this kind of stuff. And this is only can continue. And then what makes it worse is you have the guy who's pushing this stuff now owns a social media platform to push whatever nonsense that he wants. And so, I think this Brazil thing will be the first of many countries probably that will ban X. And this is probably going to be the downfall of Musk. It's interesting because, it's first like with the Tesla stuff where the sales are essentially in trouble because their profits are down 45%. That's major, guys. Your profits are down 45%. Competition is coming, right? So he's like, you know what? I'm going to quit talking about cars and I'm going to go do something else. And that something else is really going to get him in trouble. In my opinion, Musk, he should have just, you know what, sailed off into the sunset, stepped down from Tesla. It's not like he doesn't have, well, who knows if he has money? I was going to say it's not like he doesn't have money. Who knows? Because of the way these people work, and I made a video on it, but basically a lot of their assets are in stock or stock options, and then they take loans on that and they use the stock and stock options as collateral. And so they get around taxes that way, right? So they don't really have an income per se, but they have loans. And I guess, and find my video on that. And then you use these loans to do all kinds of things, be it by X, and then X is a losing, venture. They're losing tons of money over there. There's been reports they're down like 75% of revenue, something of that nature. It's like it's really a lot. And then if you get banned in Brazil and start getting banned in multiple countries, and like your company's worth nothing essentially.